Well, the best things in life are free, but you can give them to the birds and bees. I want your money. Hiya guys, Muddledmuppet, how you doing? Having a look today. Alfie, will you pack it in, dog? Having a look at free-to-play games. I'm going to be using primarily Warframe. In fact, yeah, pretty much only Warframe as my point of reference, because that's virtually the only free-to-play game that I have extensive experience in. Many years ago I used to play another game that turned free-to-play, but that's a different story. That's not this story, that's a different story. I can see how easily you got mixed up. Alfie, you are starting to do my nut in. For Christmas I got my wife a Kindle, and on that she got, I think it was a little Sims game, something like that, and free-to-play. But every so often out of my sort of Kindle account, because when I got it I registered it into my account, so I see everything that goes on with it. You know, I see $1.99 spent, $2.99, $3.99, all on these life points, handful of life points, book full of life points, all this sort of thing. Hang on, actually, you know what? They do this on Warframe as well. In fact, they do it fucking everywhere. And I'm going to have a little rant for a minute. I'm going to have a little sip of my whiskey, and then I'm going to have a rant. You know what really boils my piss? It really has my piss fucking steaming, right? Is when they put only 99. Doesn't matter what it is. You can go on a fucking holiday. £999.99. It's a fucking £1,000, right? Stop treating us like we're fucking idiots, right? On Warframe, one of the things that you can buy was Ember Prime, right? Which is a Warframe, £109. No, £109.99. Because, do they really think for 1 minute that someone was going to say, you know what? I was willing to spend £109.99, but I'm not going £110. That's just like a bridge too far. Fuck you! Right? Seriously, stop it! Right? You know what I want to do? Every time I see something that has 99 at the end of it, is I want to get like, however many pound coins it is. If it's £99 and 99 pence, I want to get £100 coins individually and fuck them down somebody's fucking throat, and then kick them in the fucking stomach until they crap out that penny change, and then I'm going to ram that penny change down their fucking throat again and say, keep the change. I feel so much better for that. Right, anyway, so semantics aside about the cost of it, we don't expect a free lunch. There ain't no such thing as a free lunch. Do you know where that expression comes from? It came from bars, pubs, back in America, back in the day. And they used to give a free meal to people, the expectation being that they would hang around and have a few drinks, and they put extra salts in the meal to make them want more drinks. Do very much the same thing today, except you don't get the free lunch. But that's where the expression comes from. That the lunch itself was an enticement, it wasn't free. And this is basically the story behind free-to-play games. They are an enticement. The publishers still want your money, or the developers, which is fair enough, don't get me wrong. I have absolutely no problem if I'm playing the product and getting loads of enjoyment and fun out of it, which I am doing with Warframe. It's only fair that the developers do get some money from that. Absolutely no problem with that whatsoever. However, I do think that perhaps at times it becomes more like money grubbing. There's a bit of miserly stuff coming in there. For example, you can get a helmet for most. You get separate helmets for most of the Warframes, and they will have some kind of change to their abilities in the main, so it might make them a bit faster, it might make them a bit stronger, and they're no big deal, and yet you can get them if you happen to be online at the right time, and what's called an alert mission comes up, and you go and do the alert, and you get the blueprint and you can make it, which is fine. But when they sell them for 75 platinum. I can't remember off the top of my head how much that equates to in real money. Can you play Warframe as completely free? And the answer certainly is yes. You will still get to do all of the missions. I don't think there's any missions are behind a paywall. If you're playing with friends who do have characters that they put some actual real world money into, your friends are going to score higher than you. But that aside, that's it. So you can get everything pretty much in game by earning it. By putting the hours in, by doing the grind. And if you're playing the game on a regular basis, I'd say that most of it comes at a fairly reasonable rate. If you want to have more than a few characters going at any one time, more than a few warframes, you're going to have to buy extra slots. What you can do is you can just play with the ones that you've had, and then when you get sick of them, get a different one and play with that, and you just delete the one that you had previously. You only have to actually pay real world money if you want to keep the existing warframes and sort of have those as a catalogue to choose from, and it's exactly the same with the weapons. So it is possible to do the whole game without spending anything, but I mean, do I spend anything would be another question. Hell yeah. Because what's happened with me is I have some of this stuff, right, and I think, oh, that's not bad, it's only a few quid, go on, go on and spend the money, and next thing you know, I spent a few more quid. Now, as I say, I do not have a problem with supporting developers that are making a game that I'm enjoying. I've got no problem with that whatsoever, quite happy to put some money into it. But I think that once you put a certain amount in, like say for example you put £30 in, well, that might be say $40 or $50, I'm not too sure of the conversion rate, then you should be able to, for a further fee, buy a kind of token that means you don't have to spend anything else, and with whatever you want to buy is already paid for, as if you bought a full price game. And I think that would be fair. I think that would be sort of quite reasonable. However, I'm interested to know what you guys are thinking about all of this. If you see something that it says free to play, do you actually expect it to forever be free? Are your expectations that free to play means free to play, or are your expectations that basically it's like an extended trial? I'm always interested. I know some of my friends have been playing Blacklight Retribution, and some of them have been playing War Thunder. So yeah, I'd really like to hear what people have to say on that. Alright guys, let me know your thoughts as always. This is Muppet saying take it easy. Ciao!